Alright, there's the other pizza. Ooh, extreme close up. So that turned out just as well. Alright. Alright, welcome back everybody. Tony, No Guts, No Gluten. Today we're going to be making some gluten-free pizza crusts. And I got this at our local Italian store, Delillo's. Really good store. If you're local and you know, best olive bar around. So simple, 3 ingredients, this package mix, water, and extra virgin olive oil. So this makes 4 9-inch round pizzas. So I'm going to divide it into 2 instead of 4 and make 2 pizzas. So I'm just going to follow directions on the back. And they have this nice ULR code. You scan that and it walks you through basically step by step. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so I went ahead and I got my mix in the bowl, and the yeast packet is right here on. It's not inside, it's glued to the cardboard. So I missed it when I first opened it up. I thought the yeast packet would be inside, but when you buy this, make sure the yeast packet's with it. Alright, let me bring you down and we're going to go ahead and mix this up with a fork. Okay, like I said, I got the yeast packet in with the mix, and I'm just going to mix this up around. I think I'm going to grab a whisk. Alright. We'll do a little better job there. Okay. And then it says to add, like I said, I'm just following the directions right on the back. Add in the water, stir with a fork until dough starts to pull together. So I got my water, warm water, at about 110 degrees. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna dump a little bit out and get a little bit more hot water. It's not quite 110 degrees. Okay, now I got my water at 110 degrees. I'm gonna add in the water and gently knead, or stir with a fork and gently knead together with your hands until no longer clumpy. And it'll resemble mashed potatoes, it says. So and that was 1 2/3 cups of water. And yeah, it kind of does resemble mashed potatoes. So I'm going to use a spatula and scrape everything down. Make sure I get everything mixed. Okay. So I'm gonna coat my hands so it doesn't stick too bad to me. Okay. The olive oil. Okay. And then I believe the next step it says to cover for 45 minutes. Let's just double check and make sure. Yeah, let's see. Okay, step 2. Cover with plastic wrap. Allow dough to rise in a warm place for 45 minutes. The dough will not double in size like traditional dough, though it will rise slightly and appear puffy in texture. Alright, so I'll do that and I'll bring it back in 45 minutes. Alright, 45 minutes is up, and I think that, doubled in size. Maybe not doubled, but alright. Just gonna get a little bit of flour on my hands. Just gonna Alright, now we're just gonna knead this down and turn it out on the floured surface. Now the instructions doesn't say to do this, but I'm doing it. So you could probably, and you don't have to knead this because there's no gluten in it, but I kind of want to do it that way. I'm gonna get a dough scraper. Alright, so I got my oven heating up to 450. And basically I'm just going to cut this in half. And let half of that sit there. Okay. So now I'm going to get my pan over here. I'm going to lightly spray it. I'll be back. Alright, just got a little bit of non-stick spray. Excuse me. And I'm just going to start working this by pushing out. And just kind of make it even. Alright, now this is going to go in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. And we're just going to pre-bake this before we put our sauce on. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other dough. Alright, our pizza dough's out of the oven. You can see on the bottom, it's still a little warm. Ooh, nice golden brown. And I got my Del Gresso's pizza sauce, gluten-free. So I'm just going to start, work my way out. Depending on how much sauce you like. That's how much you can put on, or how much of the crust you want. So my toppings today are going to be pepperoni, mushroom, and onion. I think I'm just going to go a little bit more. And then I'm going to add some Pecorino Romano grated cheese on top of the sauce. So I have already shredded 1 pound of provolone and 1 pound of mozzarella. And I'm just going to throw that in there, and I shredded it myself. You can buy the store-bought kind, but you don't know how fresh you're actually buying. And that cheese has all kinds of additives, preservatives in there from keeping it from clumping. Alright, so then add as much or as little cheese as you like. I think I'm gonna go there, and then I just sliced my onion up real fine, real thin. Again, your pizza, you top it how you want. And I went ahead and I sliced my mushrooms and pepperoni up already. Now you just want to, this is the stick pepperoni, just from Giant Eagle brand. But if you wanted to buy the already sliced packs, that's up to you. But I don't mind slicing my own. Same way with the mushrooms. And if you wanted to cook these up ahead of time and put them on, you're welcome to do that too. Alright, I think that's good, and I'm just going to go with a little bit more cheese just to hold everything together. Alright, well, pizza 1 done. Going in the oven. I think 400. Nope, still 450. And it's saying 12 to 15 minutes. So we'll get that one in there. Set the timer. 12 minutes. And then this is the second one. You see the golden brown on that. Just spread this out. Alright, I'll get this one topped the same way. I'll get that in the oven, and when the pizza comes out, I'll bring you back. Alright, pizza's out of the oven. That was 12 minutes. And I'm going to put it over here. So I guess if you wanted to make this a little bit more crusty, you don't have to make it as big. Not crusty, but if you don't want a thin crust pizza, Smells good. Very, very hot. So let's pull back a little bit to see. Yes, we par cooked it, but sometimes when you add the sauce and the toppings, it can be a little bit doughy. Alright, I'm going to spread this apart a little bit so it cools faster. And then we're just going to add a little bit more Pecorino Romano cheese. Okay. Alright, well that's the other pizza. I'll go check that, and when this cools down we'll be back to take a bite. Alright, there's the other pizza. Ooh, extreme close up. So that turned out just as well. Alright. Alright, I think the pizza cooled down a little bit. Well, I don't think, I know, because I'm holding it. So, that's the back of the pizza. And the front, no flop. And the stick pepperoni made a nice, nice greasy crust there, which is, the best pepperoni. Not like that store-bought, already sliced packaged pepperoni. That's the pizza dough that I remember before celiac. Not the cauliflower crust, not the, cardboard pizza. So, yeah, I'd say that was a success. And it's Delilo's made in Italy, gluten-free pizza dough. So basically 4 ingredients. This bag, the yeast, water, and oil. Add your own toppings. And don't forget to use freshly grated cheese. And I used Romano. I used provolone and mozzarella cheese. So, like I said, if you wanted a little thicker crust, you can do that. But, I like a thin crust. And cheers. One bite. Nobody knows the rules because you take more than one bite. I mean, look at how the crust is done. On a scale of gluten-free pizza, this would probably be a 8-1. And I've had DiGiorno on, my channel and did a pizza review on that. So, yeah, the crust is a lot better. The DiGiorno crust is thicker, but this tastes better. So, finger looking good. All right, So look forward to the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Busy chewing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to No Guts, No Gluten. Excuse me. And when you like and subscribe, and leave me comments. Have you tried this pizza dough before? What do you think? And I just want to say hi to all the viewers I talk to out there, the subscribers. And Hannah, I'm going to try to do your filled donuts. And I don't know about breaded chicken wings. They have to be gluten-free. And I don't think chicken wings need to be breaded. So just regular fried. Alright, till next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. No Guts, No Gluten.